You know what? It's Throwback Thursday. And we got a brand new segment that we hope to do every Thursday.
Yes.
Specifically for Throwback Thursday. And it's called Where Are They Now? All right. We'll get, some artists that you grew up with. We'll bring them on the air with us. That's how we do. And, ask them where are they now, what they're up to. Maybe they're working on some new stuff. Maybe they're not. Maybe we just want to talk some old school. It's all good. But to kick the show off, we are very honored.
Check.
Hey,
can you hear me?
You're all good to go.
Okay, good.
You're all good to go.
Yeah.
To have Jon B live on the hotline right now.
Say
morning.
Jon B.
Good morning. Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm great this morning. How you guys doing?
Yeah, you see, I'm like Jon B and Shay talking about hello.
Oh my God. Okay, hold up, Bill, because you do this all the time, quite often. You'll be like, oh my God, I'm starstruck. And I've just sat here and I've let you have your moments, but I got to say, damn it, I'm a little starstruck right now.
Yes.
When I say, I grew up to you, I love you, and this is such an honor and a privilege to have you on my phone right now.
Oh, man, it's a pleasure. The pleasure's mine, love. Thank you so much.
And look, let me tell you something. Shay Star does like the white boy, so it's all
Yes, I do.
crazy.
I mean, I like them with the long hair, the short hair, the fade, the bowl cut, whatever you want to do, boo, you got it.
Word. Thank you.
Cool, relax, and all of that.
Cool, relax. Absolutely.
Well, Jon B, how the hell are you, man? How you been?
I've been great, man. A lot has changed since the 90s, man. You know what I mean? So, I came out in 96.
Wow.
Actually, 95, actually. And me and Babyface, Someone to Love, and that was the Grammy-nominated record. And, later on, we did,
Are you really going to sing that? Stop it. Jon, don't mind him. Keep going, please.
You know what I'm saying? Tupac blessed me by producing Are You Still Down, which is one of the first R&B / hip-hop official records. Not too many people were on that yet back in, 96. And I feel like I paved the way for a lot of the, the gents that are out now, and a lot of the style that exists now is sort of like the, just the atmosphere that you hear on the radio right now. I think we help kind of cultivate and create that. So.
Absolutely. Let me tell you something. The 90s is what I grew up on, and the 90s was my favorite era. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
90s, especially that, 94, 95, 96,
absolutely. It's a golden time. I call it a renaissance period.
And we were missing that, man.
Yeah, we got to get back to it, and I think that's what I'm working on right now, and I think that I really appreciate the artists that have reached back to the styles, and tried to bring it back. Justin Timberlake sort of did that on his last record. And Robin Thicke has done that.
Absolutely.
So I got to commend those gents, for doing that, reaching back to what has already been, and reflipping it. And even Chris Brown and Drake actually sampled some of my music and had it on their last, efforts and their albums and stuff. So I was really complimented when Drake, his people hit me up and they were like, we'd love to use this sample, but we got to get your clearance. It's your hook. We kept the vocal and the track the same, but, we updated it and made it 2013,
Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, I got to say, it's funny you mentioned, like Robin Thicke and Justin Timberlake, because I got to tell you, Jon B, a lot of ladies back in the 90s were feeling you. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I don't know what you're talking about back in the 90s, honey, because I'm still feeling it.
Hey, look, a lot of ladies, you were like a heartthrob, like when you first came out. And, I will say, you do talk about, artists like Justin Timberlake and Robin Thicke and Chris Brown and some of these new cats. But I will say, I don't hear as much with the ladies about those dudes as still after a decade later, they still talk about some Jon B.
Absolutely.
Still.
Oh, man, that's what's up, man. That's crazy. It is wild to be almost 20 years like a veteran in this game, but what's crazier to me than just, all the notoriety or whatever is just to watch the music sort of melt into, blend to what it has always been. We're not reinventing nothing, man.
No.
This music is soul music. It goes back to the 70s and the 60s and the 50s. It goes back and back. So all we're doing is sort of reaching back. I reached back and I pulled out some, I wanted to get with all my favorites. So I got with Pac, and I got with Babyface, and I got, now they're doing the same thing, you know what I mean? And reaching out to Pharrell, and reaching out to, you know, this is like you put great minds together, and you never know what you're going to get. And I'm very proud of the music state we're in right now, because I think that the world is finally very open. See, you know, when I came out in the 90s, the world was sort of more closed-minded, you know? Right. They didn't really want to see a white boy rock out like that.
Talk about it. Yeah, absolutely.
I tell you what, though, but when he did, you did something to them women.
Like, I remember the video clear as day. Like, I was only 10 years old when that came out. So, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I literally grew up with you, and, you know, Bonafide, I had Cool Relax, and They Don't Know, man. And What You Say, Boo, and all of those. Like you still get played every day, like in my personal computer. Like
you know what, Jon B, she's not really my co-host. She's actually just a groupie we brought in. she's actually a listener that we brought in here to
let me
big Jon B fan.
Let me say this: with addition to all of that you just mentioned, you know, I kept putting records out. You know, I mean, the records sort of, you know, as the '90s progressed and we got into the 2000s. You know, I was no longer on the major label, the Sony label, you know, and that was really the main, that was really the infrastructure which really took me to that next level, that almost iconic level, you know, and it's like, you know, without that push from the record label, without the videos and the radio being played all the time, you know, you sort of fall into a level where only your diehard fans really stick with you all the years. And look, I'm on my 9th album right now, y'all. Wow. You know what I mean? So it's like I've kept putting albums out through the years, and, you know, over and over. And so I average about an album every 3 or 4 years, you know. Awesome. And the last 2 years, I put an album out in 2012, and I put an album out in 2013. So I have my own independent label now, but I'm looking to expand, you know, my ventures, and, you know, rebrand myself as best as possible, you know, this year. And, you know, I'm continuing to write and produce for others. So, yeah, the game don't.
Now, what do you think about when people say, you know, because I hear the comparison, you know, like, oh, Robin Thicke, you know, he's the new Jon B, you know, like, what do you think about, you know, people comparing y'all?
Well, look, man. I mean, for someone to say the new Jon B, that's a huge compliment to me. If anybody even brings my name up into it, it's like, oh, well, thank you very much. You know.
Yeah, it lets you know that we're still thinking about you. You know.
No, absolutely. I'm telling you, the influence you had over the years. Look, let me tell you something.
I mean, when the machine presses the button on you, you don't have to explain why the rocket goes boom. You know what I mean? And then you see the person in the stratosphere. That's what the machine does, man. And without the machine, you don't have no button to go boom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm glad you're talking about it, though, because it's so real, you know, and there's so many artists like yourself, like you said, who fall, you know, under the radar because they don't have that machine, and people don't even understand the difference that makes in a career. You know what I'm saying?
But hey, the quality of the music has not changed. Y'all, I've worked with prominent rappers. I kept doing that. You know, I kept working with the Tupacs of the world. Like, you know, I mean, Scarface to Jay-Z to Nas to you name it. And, you know, I've already done those records. So those records are available for you. Just all you got to do is go to JonBWorld.com and you can get all your information as far as me, you know, and what I've been doing, my entire discography, all my videos, the tour schedule. So it's, you know, the boat is definitely afloat, and actually we're about to put the jetpack on that bad boy.
So you're getting ready to go on tour?
Yeah, actually I'm going to Europe for a couple of dates. A couple of dates in London, and we got some couple of dates out here in Oakland, California, and you know, I do like spot dates all around, man. You know, I really try to spread it.
Word.
So it is a tour, but you know, it's unofficial tour right now, you know. It's
absolutely
pretty much just Jon B grinding tour.
Does it still kind of amaze you or still, you know, get you feeling some kind of way when, you know, you go to some of these tour dates and you go out and the ladies go crazy?
I mean, you know, man, it comes with the territory. My music is really my focus, yo, and it's like, this is like really what it all blends together, you know. It all goes with the territory. And, you know, right now, the things I'm most excited about is I just had a new baby girl. My wife and I just had a
Congratulations.
Girl. Ain't nothing like it, man.
I'm like stuttering here. I'm like, my baby girl. No, it's real. It's like, it's the realest thing in my life, you know. It's like, put brand new, like I said, like, you know, strapping a jetpack on. It's like really, given me brand new, power behind what I do and, passion behind what I do, because every time I step on stage, it's like I'm doing what I love. So, got to be grateful for that.
And you're
then let alone the people, and then let alone the people have been so supportive and stuck with me through the years that just puts a whole new drive behind what I do right now, today, the music I'm making in 2014,
I'm going to tell you what, though, you brought me to tears when you got on that Soul Train stage and you just brought it all the way back. Like, I had the DVR and I was like, rewind.
Oh.
I think I blew your timeline up on Twitter and I was like, yes, you better do that.
Oh man, thank you so much. God bless you guys, because really, that was a moment for me, especially to be acknowledged by Soul Train. I was on the Soul Train show many times, with Don Cornelius and all that. So it was official to be, recognized, let alone with some of the other great, blue-eyed soul, if you want to call it, artists. But that was our category, so I take it rather than leave it.
Yes, and you own it, okay?
And you know what? And it was Bobby Caldwell. It was, Bob, for those who don't know who Bobby Caldwell is, he's the guy who wrote and sang the song, What You Won't Do for Love. What you won't do
we
for
know.
Love. All right, well, that's just for all the,
the babies that don't know what's going on.
Exactly. So, but that was an honor to rock with him like that, and he precedes me by like 10, 20 years, so it's just when you think you're the guy that first did it, then someone steps up like that, and you're like, damn, this has been going on forever.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was really cool, and it's my first time actually officially performing in an award show. So that is, that for me is almost, just really surreal for me, Yeah, I had Tony Braxton and Babyface sitting in the front row, and Eric Benet and all my good friends that I've known for years, and they were all just rooting for me and cheering me on. It seemed like the whole place just stood up and lit up. It was great.
It was definitely a shock. Like, I was not expected, but very, very much needed. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
And look, you're still shutting it down, man, and we really, really appreciate you checking in. Real quick, before we get you off, can you give us a They Don't Know? Come on.
Oh, man, that's why I had my coffee going early in the morning. Cause
come on.
I'm about to take my daughter to school. My other daughter's going to school right now. You're having me singing on the phone. That's all right.
Look, do it for Delmarva.
All right, man. Don't listen to what people say. They don't know about you and me. Put it out your mind, 'cause it's jealousy. They don't know about this scene.
He's a real R&B singer. You heard the finger snap in the background and all of that.
You got to pop it, because I felt my voice got to say, look, pop there.
Now you got a lot of ladies mad that you just said you're married and have a kid and all that stuff.
We already knew that, but
I know. I'm just saying. So listen, Jon B, we really appreciate you checking in again. What's your website? And also, Facebook, Twitter, all that?
Yeah, everybody, get at me for sure. JonBWorld.com. That's JONBWorld.com. For all information, and official Jon B at the Twitter and the Facebook is JONBEE.com.
Okay.
And also Jon B Side, JONB /side. So you can get at me a bunch of different ways, but that's it right there.
Very good, man. We really appreciate it. Congratulations on the new edition.
I appreciate the love, y'all.
This is
much love right back to you.
Thank you.
Hopefully not the last time we talk to you, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Everybody out there listening, bless up, man. I appreciate the love through the years, and stick with me. I'm going to bring some good music to you.
OC104 is online at OC104.com. OC104.com. Put us in your favorites today and find out everything we have going on here at OC104. Get the latest news headlines, entertainment stories.